and invited guests for joining us on this special night. At this time, I would like to introduce you to both our volunteer membership and our career staff. If you could all please stand. Now at this time, I'm going to be introducing some of our guests. Here with us tonight, if I could have everyone save their applause for the end, I would appreciate it. No, not for Michael. Supervisor George Green, Supervisor Secretary Arlene Randall and husband Jonathan Randall, Town Clerk Deborah Green, Board of Directors Patricia Malarkey, Andrew Regenbaum and wife Joanne, Eric Lundstrom and wife Rita, Steve Morrow and wife Victoria, Susan Scheibel and husband Anthony, our local officials, Assemblyman Colin Schmidt's assistant Jane Kunzweiler, Cornwall Volunteer Ambulance Chief Jack Boyle and Kristen Sebesta, Town of Newburgh EMS Chief Brian Pelis and wife Jean, New Windsor Fire Department Assistant Chief Mike Saylor and wife Jess, Valesgate Fire Department Firefighter Dan Sylvester and his guest, his brother Chris, South Third Mills Fire Department, Captain John Velez and wife Carissa. Chester Fire Department, Lieutenant Matthew Murray and wife Jennifer. Washingtonville Fire Department, Chief Gary Hearn and Mama Hearn.
What do you want?
Maybrook Fire Department, Assistant Chief Pat Romanek. West Point Fire Department, Chief Kyle Ianella. New Windsor Police Department, Chief Robert Doss and Police Officer Jeff Caldera. From the Sentinel newspaper, we have Bob McCormick. St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital, Emergency Department Clinical Nurse Manager Christopher Reinhardt and wife. Orange County EMS 911 Analyst Gregory Schmidt and girlfriend Nicole. New Windsor Country Inn, Sarah and Brandon. Deputy Commissioner, Orange County EMS, Frank Cassanite and wife Donna. Town of Cornwall Supervisor, Rich Randazzo. New York State Department of Health Commissioner, Irina Gelman. And Cornwall-on-Hudson Chief Fire Department, Eric Chatfield and girlfriend Lauren. At this time, I would like to bring up Cara to do our invocation.
If everybody could stand and raise, lower your head in prayer. Heavenly Father, whose blessed Son came not to be served, but to serve, bless all who, following in his steps, give themselves to the service of others, that with wisdom, patience, and courage, they may minister in his name to the suffering, the friendless, and the needy. For love of him who laid down his life for us, may we continue to put ourselves in front of others and serve them. With you and your Son, our Savior Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, forever and ever. Amen.
words in before we get to dinner tonight. So good evening, I'm Michael. I think a lot of you guys know me. I'm the Chief of Operations for New Windsor Ambulance. Excellence is an art won by training. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. That is a culture change we instill at New Windsor Ambulance. If you save one life, you can change the world. And this past year, I truly feel this is true. Last year, we had many serious accidents, cardiac arrests, RSI calls. Yet we would spend 3 days on a dinner if we had a presentation on each of these individual incidents. Everyone at New Windsor Ambulance is a lifesaver. No matter if you're on these calls or not, you're part of the reason of these positive outcomes. You come to meetings, you vote for new equipment, you vote for your officers and line officers and board members. Some of you responded to these incidents we'll go over tonight. Others did not, yet you responded to lift assists and other calls throughout the year. Remember, you don't beg average people to be phenomenal. You don't beg good people to be phenomenal. You just are a phenomenal person. If it was easy, everyone would be in emergency services. We see people on their worst moments. We see tragedies and heartache all the time, yet we continue to respond. It doesn't take any effort to be useless, yet it takes effort to be part of the solution, part of an organization, part of this community. And I want to thank everyone who has served as part of this organization over the years, our current members and staff for being part of this amazing family we call New Windsor Ambulance. So what happened last year? Let's start. To start, we were awarded almost $300,000 in grants from Senator Larkin's office and Assemblyman Skoufis' office. We finally applied for the expansion of a CON into the town of Cornwall, but thanks to Mobile Life, we're back in court. Between the ambulance corps and the town of New Windsor, we spent about $50,000 redoing the entire ambulance station. I finally told John if I give him a Tahoe, can he fill the schedule, and is doing a great job. We purchased 2 new paramedic vehicles, added a Lucas CPR machine. We have 0 debt or as an organization, so we decided to buy 2 new ambulances. Trained many people in the uses of Narcan and bleeding control, added 22 new members last year, redid our entire website, added cybersecurity to ensure that patient information is not stolen. We managed to cover the New York International Air Show without an issue. At the same time, we covered multiple calls in town and the Army football games. And thank you to the Spartan Race for not being able to do math that afforded us to come here tonight because they paid the entire bill. $1,000 per hour per ambulance sounded good, I thought. And lastly, we hired what I like to call St. Clair. Man, isn't she the best? Thank you, Claire. 2019 by the numbers, we responded to 3,615 calls, which is a 12% increase over the 3,271 of the year prior. The busiest day, Andrew will tell you, is Tuesday. The slowest day is Sunday. Thank God the quietest hours between 3 and 4 a.m. and the busiest between 5 and 6 p.m. with an average response times of 6 minutes and 48 seconds, and 74% of the time the ambulance was on scene within under 8 minutes. Hold on, I'm losing it. All right, there's a few people I'd like to thank individually who really stepped up over the last year and did not kill me, and that's really takes a lot right there. Over the past year or so, this individual has become a really great friend and great resource to each other. He's taught me many things, and I taught him I could be pretty cheap. He also spent countless hours helping for the dinner and doing the slideshow. So can Andrew share us off? Oh, there it is.
Come here. See, I taught you something.
Emotion. I know. Thank you, Andrew.
Love you, Andrew!
I love you. person has been like a mother to me, makes me food, buys me wine, tells me I look fat sometimes. Yet she's a stellar paramedic, and we like to call her the machine at times. Yes, most importantly, she does the narcotics with me and keeps me out of DEA jail. Midian. She's a little short, so she's on. Another individual who's always assisted me in making sure that our ambulances run, our oxygen's filled up, and that he does take a lot of new members as he works both the day shifts and does tons of orientation. Chris Ruiz. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Chris!
And this paramedic is like a brother to me, but I hope he's actually not related. He is very in tune to me, and it's scary how similar we are. He gets me to spend money, but mostly because he copied the credit card number down. He loves to argue with me, and sometimes he is actually correct, not often. I recently won a bet of $20 because he lasted over a year this time. Without his support and help, we also would not be where we are today, and that's Nick. He was late tonight. There are two volunteers I want to thank tonight, and the one person's gift is at my house, so I kind of made a mistake. It does happen. Hold on, where is it? I'm getting there. Hold on, relax. She's truly been an adopted mother to me. She is the one who is up my butt to find an office manager every day. Michael, you gonna do that? We're gonna find someone? Let's interview someone. Let's do this. For years, she's been saying, you gotta find an office manager. I'm like, I got it. I didn't have it. She's always been in the right directions. She rolls her eyes at membership meetings just as much as I do. She does not take my crap or anybody else's. She was my preceptor when I joined New Windsor Ambulance. And I want to thank Susan Sally for so much for years of support. Thank you, Susan. Thank you very much. And actually, there's a few more people. This person, over the last 2 years, has been the president of New Windsor Ambulance and been a great ally to me. It's not you, Karen. Stop it, Coronas. You're good. She's been a great ally. She's worked multiple jobs, had her own health situations, and always gets my emails. And she's like, Michael, did you take too much of your medications today? Because sometimes I'll send 20 out in the morning when I get up. She doesn't take my crap. Neither did Dawn when she was president. But she also says, are we doing the right thing all the time? And I really appreciate her as president. It's not an easy job to be the president of an organization with almost a $2 million budget and dealing with 120 different individuals, and which is like 30. Can we give a round of applause to our president of the Ambulance Corps, Courtney Bukowski? And the last person that's always helped me out, which I did mention before, is I finally did find an office manager that can tolerate me, that hasn't assaulted me yet, hasn't threatened to burn my desk up, and plays the good cop all the time. And really just says, I'll take care of it, Michael. And walking into New Windsor Ambulance doesn't come like a tornado of just things going on, because sometimes I'm out of control. But she's walked in the organization, took control, has helped me more than anybody could possibly help me in the office, and made me a little bit calmer as a person. So This one goes to Claire. She'll be up later for it, I guess.
No, it wasn't, I have to wear that.
Oops. All right, we're going to do the top 10 responders for hours, if I can find it. So we do by amount of hours you volunteer on the schedule for amount of credits you get. This individual joined just a few months ago, and he's following in his brother's footsteps with 380 hours, Nicholas Seymour. With 401 hours, Nicholas Pratt. Thank you very much. I was going to delete his because he feels embarrassed that he gets these, but with 409 hours, Bob Marcasello. It's safer when he drives over than Michelle, because Michelle's not the best driver we have. Karen, you're going to be outside in a minute. Next, with 472 hours, Angela Nett. Let's go, I'm hungry. I thought he did a lot more hours than this, but he's always at the station helping out. With 520 hours, Brendan Quinn. With 534 amazing hours, John Seymour. I taught him what wine was last year. He loves it now. It's great. Good. After years of whining and telling her to come back and ride and please respond to calls and help us out again, she's been back in action with 587 hours, Lynn Boyce. I forgot to sign all of them actually, just to let you know. So if you see me later, I'll sign them. Oops. With 620 hours, Carl Manhart. He was scheduled by 1,000, but kind of forgets to show up. With 623 hours, Chris Masteracco. Hold on, I'm sorry. This person must have the warmest hands in the entire place for me in the pocket. Kayla. No, honestly, Kayla rides all the time for us. Does second calls now. Came down to Pinnacle last year. Was it Pinnacle? No, EMS Expo. And has done a great job. Top hours for the year with 840 hours, Kayla Cornelius. We're gonna try to get rid of a few lessons at once. Hold on 1 second.
At this time, we're going to present our Life Membership Awards. A Life Member is defined by NUVAC's bylaws are members that have accumulated a total of 10 years of active membership. In September, October, and November 2018, we received 3 separate letters requesting this status that were read and approved by our membership. Erin Lesko entered into Life Membership in November. She has been a dedicated member who has held various positions as a line officer. Chris Masteracco entered into Life Membership in September. He has always gone above and beyond to help out around the building. He has also volunteered over 600 hours new back in 2018. Elizabeth Bristow Brunelli entered into Life Membership in October. Elizabeth is an amazing EMT and a wonderful teacher. She is very precise when it comes to her work and does everything by the book. It is my honor tonight to present the plaques of Life Membership to Erin Lesko, Chris Masteracco, and Elizabeth Bristow Brunelli. You guys can clap. a Board of Directors Award. The Board of Directors Award is being given to someone who joined our agency in March of 2014. This person is always the life of the party. She's an amazing EMT and a huge asset to our precepting team. She really takes people under her wing and shows them the ropes in thorough detail. She has patience and a wonderful sense of humor. She always comes in for her shift with a big smile on her face and gets along with every single person who crosses her path. This member is extremely dedicated to this Corps. It is my honor to present this year's Board of Directors Award not only to an amazing member, but I'm lucky enough to call her my second mom, Karen.
first year we're going to ever give this award out. The board sat back and thought about No, we're good, Karen. We'll see you in a couple more years. So, for the first time, we're going to be doing a Member of the Year award. This person has been both a thorn in our side, yet astonished by their maturity, ambition, and dedication. Is he the country here? Can you guys? Yet we're astonished by the maturity, ambition, and dedication. He has taught and trained almost every new member. He ensures that everyone has had the resources they need to succeed in New Windsor Ambulance. His family is part of our organization. His father has been a very helpful member with our new special operations and new 6x6. The board of directors, there we go. The board of directors decided this year a plaque is just not enough. The ambulance corps is going to be paying $1,000 towards his nursing program this year. The first Member of the Year award goes to Brendan Quinn.
At this time, we are going to be doing the Captain's Award. Unfortunately, our captain has bronchitis and has asked me to present the award for him, so stay away from him. The 2018 Captain's Award is presented to a member who stood out to the line officers by showing great dedication to the agency. This member rode their hours and then some, but also signed on for backup calls no matter what hour of the day they came in. This member attended almost every monthly drill, work detail, and special event that New Windsor held. This member also took charge of a serious motor vehicle accident where there was entrapment in multiple agencies operating. We cannot express enough how grateful we are to have a member like this. The 2018 Captain's Award is presented to Lynn Boyce.
Dinner will be the Chiefs Award. Each year I'm given the opportunity to give an award to someone who's gone above and beyond to help me with the tasks at New Windsor Ambulance. This person has done so much over the years for New Windsor Ambulance with all their effort and time to ensure we are the best. This year's Chiefs Award goes to someone who used to want to kill me, and probably still does, and I once had him into the hospital to give him hypertension. He has become an amazing friend and an amazing captain, John Seymour.
Go!
Lifesaver Awards and get out of here. Thank you guys very much.
If everyone could please take their seats, we have a couple more awards to go through. Please, and thank you. Before we get started on our Lifesaver Awards, there's two families in here in particular that just had new babies. Dave and Crystal and Shannon and Brian, could you guys please come up? Okay, I'm gonna get started on the Lifesaver Awards. We have quite a few, which is a good thing. On August 28th, New Windsor ambulance and paramedics responded into the village of Cornwall for a male with chest pain. On arrival, the patient was being treated by the village fire department and police. The male subject was pale and saying he felt like he was going to die. A 12-lead EKG was performed and it was shown that the patient was having a STEMI, or a heart attack. The patient was moved into the ambulance and he stopped breathing and went into cardiac arrest. The crew started CPR, defibrillated the subject multiple times. 5 minutes later, the patient started to breathe and wake up. He was quickly transported to St. Luke's for further care and treatment. The patient has made a full recovery and has since moved to North Carolina. This Lifesaver Award goes to Shannon Kahn, Christina Pitonza, Karen Morris Pridgeon, Dave Petros, Michael Big, and Cornwall Hudson Fire Department. If you guys could all please come up. The same patient went into cardiac arrest twice last year, and both times made a full recovery. On March 12, 2018, New Windsor ambulance responded to a report of a female not breathing and unresponsive. Upon arrival, patient was found unresponsive with CPR in progress by fire department. The crew found the patient to be in cardiac arrest, intubated, started an IV, and defibrillated the patient multiple times. Prior to moving to the ambulance, she asked, "What am I doing here?" "You're going to the hospital, man."
This patient made a full recovery and is still home. I spoke to her last week. She's doing very well. This Lifesaver Award goes to Midian Townsend, Corey Bukowski, Alicia Singh, Brendan Quinn, and Brian Mead. And if you guys can stay up at the same time on May 25th, the same patient went into cardiac arrest and was revived and made a recovery. And that crew was Christopher Ruiz, Michelle Kent, Matt Nolan, and myself. Thank you. Yes, Midian's in charge, we understand.
Stay alive.
On April 9th, 2018, New Windsor ambulance responded to senior court for a female not breathing. On arrival, CPR was started by PD, and they advised that they had defibrillated the patient once. CPR was continued, the patient was intubated, and IVs and medications were administered. The patient was shocked again, and she began to breathe and had a pulse. A 12 lead showed that the patient had a STEMI. She was transported to St. Luke's Hospital, where she made a full recovery. The Lifesaver Awards go to Brendan Quinn, Michael Big, Midian Townsend, and New Windsor Police Department.
All right, guys, we have a really special presentation for our 5th Lifesaver Award that Amanda's going to go over. So, everyone, please be quiet and give her your full attention, please.
On May 2nd, New Windsor ambulance was dispatched for a child unresponsive. And vomiting, the duty crew John Seymour and Monica Torp responded, as well as Michael Big and New Windsor Police Department. Upon walking into the house, a child was laying on the floor, blue, lifeless, and not breathing. Michael quickly picked up the child and said, "We need to go now." Monica and John ran with Michael to the ambulance. Officer Caldera said without hesitation, "I will drive the bus, you need all the hands you can get." The child was placed on a stretcher. His jaw was clenched, he was not breathing, and his pulse was 10 beats per minute. John Seymour started to breathe for Joseph. Michael called dispatch on the radio asking them to tell St. Luke's we have a pediatric cardiac arrest and to have the medevac meet us at St. Luke's. Monica quickly used an IO drill and placed an IO needle into his small leg bone. At this point, Michael started CPR while John Seymour was trying to clear his small airway. Jeff Caldera at this point said, "Every road is closed off from here to St. Luke's," and took off to the hospital. While treating the patient, Monica and Michael discussed what medications to use. The protocol for a pediatric CPR call is for epi to be used. Yet they decided that it must be neurologic and the use of epi might make it worse, and used a different medication to bring his heart rate up, and thankfully it worked. 4 minutes after starting CPR, Joseph started to cry, he started to breathe, and his pulse returned to normal. As the ambulance was pulling into St. Luke's, the medevac was already on the way. He was quickly seen by Dr. Garcia and the ED staff, where he was intubated and brought to CAT scan. After returning from CAT scan, the flight crew was already in the ER and he was ready to go to Westchester Medical Center. Yet the results of the CAT scan were as bad as they get. Joseph had a massive brain aneurysm and already had midline shift. No one thought he would survive, yet no one stopped. 15 minutes later, he was being seen by a pediatric neurosurgeon at Westchester and being operated on. Yet, 8 months later, let's fast forward, who knew this little boy would be so strong, so tough, and be here tonight? This amazing story is one in which a community came together to save a life. The teamwork from dispatch, police, EMS, the ER, and LifeNet came together when it mattered. I would like to invite Joseph and his family up to present this Lifesaver Award.
This Lifesaver Award goes to Michael Big, Monica Durant, John Seymour, Jeff Caldara, Dr. Michelle Garcia, and the New Windsor Police Department. Thank you all so much.
Oh, sorry.
Got it? Okay.
I just want to start by saying that that night was the worst night of my life, and we were so unlucky in so many ways. And calling 911 was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. Never had to think I'd have to do it for my son, and with that tragedy, we had so many good things, and they started with New Windsor Ambulance coming, with New Windsor PD coming, and from there on out, Joseph had hit every lucky strike he could. From there on, we are eternally grateful for New Windsor Ambulance, New Windsor PD, and everybody in this room. This is an amazing organization, and we can't thank you enough. You guys are really excellent. Alright guys, that's the end of the Lifesaver Awards. We're going to pull the 50-50 quick. 220 to the winner, which isn't name. I did. Good job, Courtney. Oh, it's me. All right, the ticket number is 852478. 852478. There's no name on it, so.
Thanks a lot.
852478. You bought most of them, sir. 2478. If a nurse wins, it's void. You got it. All right, we got a winner. And for the first one, we want to do wine or liquor first. We'll do liquors quicker, so I don't know. Yeah, liquor first. Yeah, liquor first. I have a lot of property over here, so. Alright, Mr. Monroe is donating the money back to the ambulance corps. Thank you very much. Wine is, let me check my numbers first. 891236. Ooh, I could be close. Oh my god, I think I won. I did. 891236. I'm 100 off, so. Oh crap! All right. Andrew's got it. You can pull this point. He gets wrong. He needs it. And this one's for the liquor. It's 891426. 891426. Every year we do a slideshow of some memorable moments. Andrew spent a lot of time and hard work on this, and if it works, yes. And our 2018 slideshow started now. Thank you guys.
just smile politely back to you. You stare politely right on through some sort of window to your right. She goes left and you stay right. Straight lines, clear flame. You begin to wonder why you came. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere along
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for yourselves. What an amazing slideshow that we started to see. Judging from your guys' reactions, it was amazing. So what I'm going to